Welcome to the award-winning Texas Toast Podcast, your podcast home for all things Texas country. Kick back and enjoy as we toast the best in Texas country. Everyone at a big Texas Toast, welcome back to the Texas Toast Podcast. Sunny Sauceda. Hello, Mr. Grammy Award-winning guest I get to have on the podcast and discuss all the stuff you have going on. It's so great to see you.
Well, it's great to see you. Happy New Year. What a year it was. So it's great to see you, of course.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and I do have to say, last year was a very good year. I can't complain. I went into it with a whole new outlook on life with what I had been through, and it turned out to be an absolutely amazing year. And 2026 is starting off with a bang. And you have got a lot of plans and a lot going on for this year. Let's talk about, first of all, some new music that you've had out. You and Matt Castillo teamed up on Ring of Fire. You did that a couple of months ago, and then we'll get to the next one. But let's talk about you and Matt doing that cover song.
You know, I've always liked that song, Ring of Fire. Of course, it's the old Johnny
Hmm.
Cash classic. What a lot of people don't know is that one of our tradition bearers, Mingo Saldiva, who is still alive, he's still with us. He's Flaco Jimenez's age. They were peers. They were, I guess, competitive, the friendly competitors back in the day. And he did a version of it with accordion, probably 30, 40 years ago. So when it was just an idea that I've been wanting to do a song. It's fun. It's a fun song.
Hmm.
And then when Carlos from Azteca said, "What about bringing in Matt?" I said, "That's a great idea."
Yes,
So,
yes.
Matt has just been doing so well. He's a great entertainer and an amazing vocalist. It was a fun time. We got to record it with Stormy Cooper and the crew, Will, Drew, Brew and Huff. Just they're all class acts.
Yes, I know you love working with Stormy. And so you worked with him also on Saddle Country Song. Boy, that is just magic country dust on that one. I mean, it's just, I get so many different feelings as I first start listening to it, but it's such a strong song. So tell me about that.
That I have to say I don't say this much, and for the record, this is probably my favorite song
It's awesome.
today. Um, It just represents so many different things. And if you're a country purist, you're going to relate to this song, right?
Hmm.
And I got so many old albums at my dad's house, my parents, and it just strikes a certain chord with you. It's like country therapy. And f- I don't know about you, but I am the type of person, because we live in such a busy world. My therapy is driving down the road and literally listening to country music, just listening to good old music and just reflecting, right? Reflecting because we're just go, 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 go. And this kind of slows you down.
Hmm.
And we've all been there. We've all had our heart broken, and we've all had hard times. 2025 was a great year. And so but with that said, there were some low moments in 2025 as well, right? And so this is a song that I feel people can relate to on many levels. It's not he broke my heart, she broke my heart.
Yes.
It's this is something that's going to accompany you, right? Through that through that moment in your life.
Yes. Well, excellent job on that. And your
Thank you.
vocals are so good on it. There was something different about your voice on that one. I don't know what it was. I can't put my finger on it, but it's excellent.
It was the whiskey. No, I'm
Oh,
just
was
kidding.
it?
No, just like no, no. I just I feel like I'm still developing in my voice. And like with anything else, even in as a vocalist, you're just kind of like wine, or really like you're aging, right? You're aging, and it's so your voice is just starting to resonate in a different way. Your timbre changes. So it was just, but I really enjoyed singing this song. It was such a great song. Mark Lambert and I'm so sorry. There was two other gentlemen that wrote this song, incredible writers. But when I heard it, I said,
Uh-huh.
this is a really great song.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed singing it. It
Yes.
just struck a chord with me.
So, and it looks like to me that you plan ahead, and I know you always do. So, What else? What other new music do you have coming out as like this first part of the year? What
Oh
can we
my gosh.
expect?
We are programmed all the way into the mid-year. You know, we just on the Tejano side, we released a song called Refran. We're getting ready to release another Tejano record, release in about 2 or 3 weeks. And then we have another song coming down the pipeline that the name of that song is The Voodoo You Do. Uh-huh.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the that one Uncle Rhino wrote. And he's from Louisiana, so that's gonna be the next release. So we are just full steam ahead, and we're gonna head back into the studio in about 2 weeks. And we're shooting a music video for Saddle Country Song, probably in a day or so. Yes. So we are just full steam ahead. I'm telling you, we are hitting the ground running in
Sounds like it.
2026.
It sounds like it. How's the tour shaping up and getting out with shows?
The tour's shaping up pretty well. 2025, I'm not sure a lot of people know, my life has just taken a whole different spin with this new role that I serve in. And so I've had to hire a booking agent. I've had to hire like managers. We've been very mom and pop for as long as I can remember.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, maybe when I first started 20 years, 25 years ago as a solo artist, leaving my old band, I did have a manager. He had gotten sick, and so I just kept doing it myself out of uh, not by choice, by necessity, because I've been doing it for such a long time. And so this year we're hiring a talent agent, and it's just been having to
Wow.
delegate these things. I wish I could do it all, but I can't. That's a song. There's a song there.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a song there, but it's nice that you can recognize that you can't do it all and you've grown to the point to where you do have to kind of delegate, actually.
I'd rather do that. Honestly, I never wanted to be. I just wanted to play my little accordion and sing a song. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted. That's the dream, right? That was the dream. That was the dream. But what happens in the music business is you just have to wear all the hats, right? Pun intended. You have to wear all the hats. And the other thing is this, nobody is going to work harder than you on
Mhm.
your own career.
That's so true.
And that is and if you're not willing to put in the work, then, how would you expect an agent to do that, right? And so it's always, and I think that's probably been my biggest challenge is finding somebody that could work at my pace. And you're looking at somebody who has 19-hour days, 20-hour days,
I'm sure.
16-hour days. And we're
Mhm.
doing it all the time, over again, over and over and over. And every minute is maximum. I mean, optimized. We're driving, calling, emailing, everything's just all happening at once. We're like a central hub.
Mhm.
But, and I think that's the biggest challenge for a lot of uh, talent buyers or talent, people that are booking talent or representing talent. It's not easy if you don't have an artist who's really pushing, pushing, driving, 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 driving. But nobody's going to work as hard as you. It's the bottom line.
Mhm. So
So
true.
that's
And
where we're
you
at right now.
Yes, yes. Well, and you were talking about your new position. Congratulations on the deputy
Thank you.
director of the Texas Folklife Organization. So, what type of position? I mean, what? Tell us, I guess, about the organization.
Absolutely, yes. Texas Folklife is a nonprofit. Been around for 41, 42 years this September. And we are in cultural preservation, music preservation, documenting the stories of our Texas communities. So it's all things Texas. And it's been going on for many, many years. Our founding mothers were Pat Jasper, Debbie Peterson, and Kate Turner. And they were folklorists, they were historians, archivists, and a lot of people don't really understand when you say folk life, what does that mean? Well, folk life is everything. It's almost like an anthropological view, right? So in anthropology, most people think Indiana Jones or archaeology. Archaeology is one pillar of archaeology. Archaeology is the umbrella. And so it's the study of everything and anything. That's what anthropology is. Folk life, folklore is, the music we listen to, the stories that behind the music, right? The food that we eat, the clothes that we wear are traditions, right? And that is what folklore is. So our responsibility as a statewide organization is to preserve those traditions, right? And it's, all things, you're talking about art, storytelling, oral histories. You know, when you're driving down the highway, if you see a historical marker of land, that somebody had to go through a whole process to get that there,
Right.
a landmark, and
Exactly.
so they have, historical significance. I live right here in Garden Ridge. I live off of 2250. 2252 is right down the road from me, and that is the Old Spanish Trail, which is leads us from San Antonio all the way to Natchitoches, right? And it's an old Indian trail, right? And
Mhm.
so right now, I was just saw that one of our, neighbors, he's a business owner. He owns Bracken Village, which, kind of you get to see what that trail looked like back 100 years ago, right? And so all those things are part of Texas folk life, folklore, folkways, the foods we eat. For the Hispanic community, Christmas is what tamales, right?
Mhm.
Buñuelos, right? And so all our communities, in all communities in Texas. So it's really interesting work. I never saw this on the radar. Uh, I never even called myself a tradition bearer until about 2025 when somebody said, "Well, you're a tradition bearer." And I said, "Am I really?" I said, "Well, yeah, you're in, you started in conjunto music, so that is a tradition
Uh-huh.
that was, born here in Texas. The accordion, although we call it Tejano conjunto or, Zydeco or, polka,
Mhm.
but truly a European instrument,
Absolutely. Yes.
right?
Mhm.
So we just put our twist on it, right? It's not truly ours. We just put our twist on it. So
Uh-huh.
like many things, right? And it just goes on and on. It doesn't end like the first Cowboys were the Vaqueros. So it's just keeping those traditions alive. So I am now the deputy director, which I am right under the executive director, that's second in command of this huge nonprofit that's been around for such a long, long time. So it's been
Wow.
an entire year of learning. Dr. Oliver, who's my boss, executive director, she is a professor at UNT and Oklahoma University. So imagine having a professor in your ear for a whole year.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I didn't even know how to breathe. I'm just playing. No, it's incredible. I love
It
it.
is. It is. And I love the stories. I mean, it's like I'm such a Texas history buff. Like I grew up on the
Yeah.
grounds of San Felipe, Texas, like right
Yes.
there. That's where our home. That's my family came to Austin County and Milam County in the 1800s, and it's like there's
Mhm.
such a history, and it's like I didn't understand when I was young why I was so drawn, wondering I always wondered what was under the ground. Like I would be out playing, and we would wonder we should start digging. Like there's no telling what's under the ground. And of course, they have found so many artifacts there, and they did so much research. But
Mhm.
I am a sucker for that Texas history stuff and wanting to know who walked on this ground and where it came from. And yeah, it's interesting.
It is incredible. Yeah, we don't know. There's so many things I've learned, and even San Antonio itself. We have an office in Dallas, an office in Austin. We have an office in Nacogdoches now, which is technically the oldest town in Texas. They I started digging into that. There's some kind of conundrum there, but that's a whole other episode. Texas history episode. That's another podcast for you.
Oh gosh, yes. That is
So
a possibility, yes.
yeah,
But anyway.
yeah, no, and so just learning these things, just incredible. The coolest part is the music. The music is, I was a director of music and heritage before, so I
Mhm.
got to learn a lot about. I'm still learning. I mean, it's never ending. It never is ending. So.
I
It's
love it.
great. I love it. And so we're kind of working on both fronts, uh, uh, as an arts administrator, uh, now and also as my role is still being an artist. I'm still an artist. I'm still performing, touring, recording. and dad and husband and all those
Oh
great things.
yes. Oh yes.
Yeah, so it's been incredible. It's
Yes,
been
you and
incredible.
your beautiful family. How's your wife doing?
My wife is great. She is, she is one of the hardest working women I've ever known in my life, and
She's a beauty. She's so sweet.
she's
Hmm.
way out of my league. She's so out of my league, and she's just incredible. She just doesn't stop. Moms are the cornerstone of the family, and they don't have it easy. Moms who work or have their career women, they still come home and take care of the family, and that is, you know, I try to help, but I'm not as quick as her. I'll try to do a load of laundry here and there, and I'm still not as quick as her. I'm just so slow at it. I get perplexed with all the different shapes of clothes. We're simple. We have t-shirts and button shirts and that
Yes,
polos.
yes,
That's
yes,
it.
yes. Oh, well, at least you try to help. That's a good thing. So, I see where you're going to be at CRS in Nashville Country Radio Seminar this year. So, what do you have set up for that? That's exciting.
That is super exciting. This will be my first time attending, so we're excited to see what comes of it, And I mean, Azteca has been there. Carlos has been working on, you know, there's been this movement, right? This Latino country wave that all these, Latin artists that are doing country, it's just becoming more and more prevalent. And there's some sort of demand for country in Spanish. And who would have ever figured? That's so interesting to me because as an artist, as a Latin artist in country, you're probably not trying to be a Latin country, but you're just country. And so it's interesting. So I'm excited about that. We're we have many friends there. Of course, our friends from BMI are there. Our friends from St. Jude's are there. John Ortiz is a great friend of ours. If you don't know who John Ortiz is from St. Jude's, we do give our time. We do the campaigns for them.
Yes,
Have been doing
yes,
them for many
correct.
years. And so John Ortiz, he is I don't remember his title exactly, but I do know that he's actually one of the old former heads of Capital EMI from the back in the Tejano day. So it's interesting. And so, but to CRS, we're excited to be there to meet as many people as we can. We're gonna walk the floor. We're gonna what I say, shake hands and kiss babies and just do what we do, right? We're growing the family.
Love it. Well, I'm sure they're going to love you there, and I'm sure you'll make so many connections and just blow them away. And then right around the corner, also coming up, is the Texas Regional Radio Music Awards. I know that's
Yeah.
always big time for you.
This is such a great time. I love Dave Smith. I love, um, Christina, right? That's her, I can always mess it up. Christina, his daughter, Christy, or is it Christy? Christina. She's great. The whole team is just wonderful. Paul Falks is a good friend of ours. We will be attending. We'll be there. And this year we're probably not going to perform, but we'll be there to support for sure.
Uh-huh.
And we're excited for all the nominees. And man, it's one of the biggest shows that we have in Texas country. So I love the whole venue and everything. It's so cool.
I know. It's where I usually always get to see you there, and then of course in November at TCMA Awards. So that's always something to look forward to.
Absolutely, yes. We love the TCMAs, Linda Wilson, Richard, everybody's just so, it's been an incredible experience. I remember when we had our first interview and it was just so new and now it's like it's a family reunion, meeting first,
Absolutely, absolutely. Anytime we can all get together, I always call it that. It's like a family reunion, getting together, and it's like just I savor those moments, the hugs and the high fives, and seeing everyone. That's just always so special for me.
that was, yes, I remember it may have been you that told me that the first time that I've been there, I went and you were right. You were so right. It's a family reunion. Everybody's just happy to see each other.
Mm.
And I know that this year at the TCMAs, usually I try to sit down. This year I didn't get to sit down. I stood in the back and I was just kind of hanging out we're just kind of catching up, with
Uh-huh.
all of our friends. And we were trying to listen in to see if because I know we were nominated this year, and I was just listening in. I said, "Did we win?" And we didn't know we didn't get it this year, but we were in the back just chumming up, right? Just catching up with
I
everybody.
know. I have a hard time sitting there also because when I do try to go sit down, I'll see someone and then or someone comes up and then I'm off to the races. I'm off and going. And same. I was a finalist for my internet radio station for Texas Toast Radio, and lo and behold, it had come and went. I was talking. I was talking.
Oh,
And somebody came down and said, "They just announced your category." I said, "See, this is where I get in trouble." It didn't go to me this year anyway. I was just honored I was a finalist, but wow, that would have been kind of bad. Could have
that would
paid.
have been bad. I
I'm
say,
not
hell,
used to I'm not used to going there being a finalist because I just go and co-host the red carpet. And that
mhm.
was a first. And I guess it was just kind of like I got in my zone of talking. I was talking to as a matter of fact, I was talking to Nate Burnham. That's who I was talking to.
Oh,
Him and his wife, catching up with them. But yeah, it is. It's like a family reunion, just big family in our Texas country music industry.
it really is. I love it. It's been it's just it's always a good vibe. It's always a good vibes. I have yet to run into anybody who's just off color, right? It's always been good, and it's a great production, great venue, great music, and you can't go wrong.
Yes, yes. It's
So if
good
you haven't
quality.
gone, you should go to TCMA's, T3R, all those
Yes.
events. Yeah, go support. That's important. That's always important for sure. So if you're
Absolutely.
watching this, go attend the
Absolutely. And the
TCMA's.
one thing that's going to be different at T3R Awards this year is the Sheraton, the hotel we always stay at, is closing. So there's another
Nashville.
host hotel. And I mean, like, you know how it is afterwards, the after party when everybody pulls out the guitar and sits on the couch in that lobby area and those high ceilings, how it sounds, the sound in there. That's always been so much fun. But I guess, everything changes and you got to move on. But yeah, but there was some good times in that lobby with afterwards and people singing and stuff.
I forgot about that. That's right. They had talked about it a few years back how they were gonna demolish the hotel and then
Yeah, I think that's what's happening. I was like, okay, it was still nice up till the end.
it really was. I didn't see anything wrong with it, but no,
I didn't either. Anyway, okay, so I got done. See, here I am go talking off topic.
it's
So,
okay.
anything else that we need to cover as far as your music and touring that I haven't covered? Because I know I've been all over the place talking.
We can service for the Grammy board.
Oh,
Yes. Oh yeah, we can talk about it if you.
yes, please.
Yes.
Yes,
Sure.
absolutely.
Okay. Or do you want to ask me about it, or you want to edit it in, or what are we doing?
No, just tell me about it.
Okay, sure. So, the other thing that I've been working on and I've been on for a few years now, I still serve on the board of governors for the Grammys.
Wow.
So I still serve on the board of governors for the Grammys. And so I get to serve in a capacity, just we're the conduit between the membership and the office. And, if we're working on things, working on initiatives, we're the pulse of the industry. So we're connecting there. And you know, a lot of people think that the Texas chapter, the Academy is just the award show, but it's much more than that, right? So we have Music Cares, we have our Grammy Foundation, we
True,
have
true. Yes.
we have our Grammy U program, and Grammy U is really special to us because that is, from college, it's mostly, college students in music, and now they're able to become members, and that kind of gives them the opportunity to start networking, right? And so once they finish college, they're already kind of set up in the system to be able to have those connections that are important for young music industry individuals who want to, have a career in music, and they're able to hopefully get an opportunity, right? But just like anything else, I always say to my friends, become a member, sign up, to be a member of TCMA, sign up to be a member of the T3R, be a member of the Academy,
Mhm.
so that you're able to be at these functions and plant seeds. Truly, planting seeds is so important. That is a gap that I continuously see at the university level. We're teaching our youth They're giving them the tools that they need for the work, but the real tool is how to sell yourself. How are you going to um, talent is one thing, but people skills is also another talent that a lot of and this is just not just the youth, this is in general. Being
Yes.
able to sell yourself. How do you conduct yourself? How do you approach radio promoters, your
Mhm.
program directors? How do you approach other artists or managers or, just the what I call the shakers and the movers of the business, right?
Uh-huh.
And first is just saying hi, being present. But you're gonna get back what you put into whatever you're doing. So that's really important. I feel that, that's one gap that I keep seeing. And as I've traveled uh through in these conferences in the arts, you know, that is where I see a lot of it as well. Right? You have these scholars and it's like, hey, well, here's my card. And all that. Do you have a card? They're like, oh, I don't know. I said, I say to them, I've kiddingly said, this is a job fair. You know that, right? This is a job fair because you could meet your next boss,
Mhm.
and that's just the
That's
truth.
exactly right. That's
Yeah,
exactly
so
right.
it's just those things, but it's incredible. So it's a lot of great work that we're doing. Our membership meeting was just in Dallas for the Grammy, for the Texas chapter. And we're working closely with the city of Dallas. They've been just wonderful to us, and we're so appreciative of them. Our friend Christine Hart, who runs the music office in Dallas, she's just incredible, and she's just been so generous. And they help us with our facilitate our board meeting and facilitate our actual celebration, which is this year was at the Granada, not the Kessler, the Granada Theater in Dallas. So it was an incredible time.
Nice.
And it's usually at the end of the year. So I encourage them to,
Well,
if you're not there, come on.
Sonny, you do so much. You do so much.
Oh,
Congratulations on everything.
thank you. I mean, it's fun. I love what I do. And I would, I enjoy all the roles that I get to serve in. It's incredible work. Uh, the mo- y'all, everything kind of has an overlap, right? Music, art, administrative work, university work that just gave a lecture. I did it last year for UT Austin for the Conjunto program. And it's just really fun. These are the things that we used to dream about, right? And so
Right,
what do you
right.
do when it becomes a reality? So,
Isn't it fun?
yeah,
Mhm.
so it's incredible. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it, and I get to talk to you, which
I
when
know. I'm so
I
happy
remember
we
my
got to
first,
catch up.
absolutely, and I remember when I first saw the show, I was like, oh my God, how I want to meet that lady. How do I get on that show? I
Oh,
can't. I got to reach out to her. I got to find her. How do I find her? So it's
oh.
been, I'm just been so blessed, and working with the Steca Ranch Music, who has been supporting me.
Mhm.
Typically, I'm the one pushing them. They've been kind of dragging me along because I started getting a little, what I say your bandwidth, right? Your bandwidth starts spreading thin, right? And so I've been so fortunate to have, Carlos Alvarez, and the Azteca team, right? Azteca
Yes.
Records,
Yes.
those.
So much good work coming out of Carlos and Azteca and what the team that y'all are doing over there. It's just always exciting every time Carlos touches base with me to let me know what's going on or we set up an interview.
Mhm.
So keep those coming. Keep them coming.
He's doing great. He's actually traveling he triangulates from LA, Nashville, Texas, Florida, and so he's always moving. He does not let the grass grow under his feet.
Oh,
And
oh, that's for sure. I think I even said that to him one day. Exactly. Well, oh my goodness. Well, it's time to kind of start wrapping this up. And I'm sure you'll probably join me again later on in the year here on the podcast. We'll catch up on the later end of the year, what's going to be going on. But gosh, Sonny, thank you so much for taking the time to visit and keep up the good work and just everything that you're doing.
well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me and congratulations to Texas Toast. I know you've been doing it for quite a while. I know you had to take a break. And so we're just
Just a
happy that you're here.
teeny tiny,
Take a
not
little
much.
tiny break,
Teeny
and
tiny in between trying to learn how to talk and walk again and all that good stuff, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
oh, you're doing great. You're doing great. My dad
Yeah.
went through that, so I remember
Yes.
those. I remember
Yes.
that.
So anyway, but yeah, thank you. And I'll be
Of course.
following along and look forward to all the new music coming out. And if you got something going out to radio, we'll get it on Texas Toast Radio too.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Helen. All right. Well, we'll see
Thank
you
you.
at the next show.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Texas Toast Podcast. And now, big news. If you're a lover of Texas country red dirt music, you can now go listen to our station, Texas Toast Radio. Log on to TexasToastRadio.com to hear a mix of all your Texas country favorites.